A longtime animal shelter is closing its doors. Now the people who run it are trying to find homes for all of those dogs. Good evening, I'm Ann Allred.
And I'm Mike Bush. Thanks for joining us. The shelter that's closing is in Florissant, and our Jenna Barnes is here to explain why. Jenna, what are you learning?
Well, this all comes down to money. Florissant's mayor tells me there's just not enough money to cover the cost of this shelter. It's a Florissant fixture.
I lived, right down the street. I mean, I used to visit this when I was a child. Of course it's difficult.
But Mayor Tim Lowry says sometimes he has to make difficult decisions. This time, that means closing the city's only animal shelter.
When the years were good and the budget was there and the money was there, it was a great service to provide. But unfortunately now we have to look at ways to cut.
Lowry says it costs about $150 grand to run this place every year, and it needs a $2 or $3 million renovation. That's money the city doesn't have. So City Council voted to close it down.
With the understanding, though, is I've got a lot of work to do to try to figure out what we're going to do with these animals.
A rescue group told us they're taking the cats to the APA. The 5 dogs that remain here are all available for adoption. As for what happens next, the mayor says Florissant already pays St. Louis County for animal control, and he's meeting with their representatives next week.
And I've been following the news and following what's going on with St. Louis County and some of the issues there.
The county's animal shelter is restructuring after an audit found it fudged euthanasia numbers. Florissant's mayor says it's his responsibility to make sure the animals stay safe.
And we find homes for every one of them.
The mayor tells me there's no timeline right now for when the shelter will close, and even after it does, Florissant will still keep an animal control officer on staff.